Hello, welcome to this video. So I'm going to be analyzing BTCUSDT. Make sure to retweet, make sure to tag your friends to watch, and also get to learn a thing or two from me. I'm going to be using the basic market structure, the basic supply, demand zone, everything as basic as possible. And I'm going to be doing a multi-time frame analysis. So you should be ready to see me move from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, which of course is the correct way to actually do your analysis. So also to state that this is not like a financial advice, but it's for you to watch, learn, and also go check your charts to confirm if what I'm saying is on the chart or if what I'm saying is not on the chart. All right. So I'm going to be analyzing this with a swing mindset. So I'm going to be starting from the weekly time frame to analyze, right? And I had some analysis here, which I'm going to pull out. All right, so let's start all together. Now, on the weekly time frame, it's very obvious that BTC USDT is on a bearish trend. Okay, if you use the brush tool, it's very simple. There's a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. All right, and then a lower low, or rather an equal low. Okay, because that particular point, that particular movement did not sweep liquidity here. All right, so liquidity is basically money, your ability to sell an asset very fast and all of that. Then you have a lower high, you have a lower low. Now obviously you know that once there is a lower high, the next thing that we are expecting is a lower low, and once there is a lower low, the next thing we are expecting is what? A lower high. So just give me a minute while I delete this off the chart. All right, so since we have a lower low, what are we expecting from BTC now? We are expecting what? A lower high. So every pump you're seeing now is just leading us to the place that is going to give us what? Our lower high. However, that might not come, so let's just keep analyzing. We'll get to see all of that. Now if you look at the left hand side of the chart, right, you're going to see that there was a breakout, a break of structure here. All right, that's a break of structure, and obviously there is no retest from price there. Like, price has not gone back there to retest at all. All right, another break of structure that left a demand zone, which price has not gone back to retest. That's why when you watch some analysis, people will tell you that, oh, BTC is going to 9,000, BTC is going to 10,000. They are not taking those figures from the moon. All right, it's what is on the chart. So if you check the chart, you're going to actually, see all of those things. Okay, so let's continue. Now, what am I saying here? Remember, after a lower low, you're expecting what? A lower high. So the good thing now is I'm going to begin to mark out what I call my area of value. All right, now I'm going to teach you something real quick. When you're doing basic multi-time frame analysis or multi-time frame analysis, you're talking about you're using a strategy known as MAE. All right, M means market structure. So on your highest time frame, what you're looking out for is your market structure. Then A is area of value. You're looking for the places where price will most likely react to. All right, then E is your entry trigger. You're looking for your entries. You're looking to enter the trade to buy or to sell. All right, now before I go any further, let me also tell you something. Price is fractal. What happens on the lower time frame is going to happen on the higher time frame, and vice versa. Okay, just keep that at the back of your mind while we continue what we are doing. So I have that as a very valid order block. Okay, and then I have this breaker block here, or liquidity zone, whatever you might want to call it. Okay, I'm not here to battle names with you. So this, I'll just mark it out, because this order block, if it doesn't hold, this is the next thing that will hold. And also this liquidity zone, this order breaker block, whatever people call it, is very valid, because see, it's a retest into this previous zone. Okay, so that is actually a very valid point too. And now you will see liquidity down here again. All these wicks on the chart actually represent what? Liquidity. Okay, and then the other wick here this particular point is also liquidity, in which price is also looking to sweep. Now, if you use your fib retracement tool to calculate this void, the void on this red candle, this long red candle, this particular zone is going to be around the 0.3. Okay, let's not just beat around the bush, let's do it. All right, so this, we drag it down, you see it's around the 0.3 region. All right, oh, it's not perfectly there, but you know, it's in between there. Now 0.5 is always the proper retest of an FVG, of an imbalance. So that means that this particular movement was not even complete, this particular move that created this liquidity. So we still have a long way to go. Now let's go to the daily time frame to see. Remember the left hand side of your chart still. Now on the daily time frame, price flips a little bit bullish. Just by looking at it, I can tell you that here price flipped a little bit bullish. Now this is what I mean. Let's pick up our brush tool again, and now with the brush tool you're going to see this was a lower low, okay, and then price created price failed at this point to create what? A lower high, okay, or rather it created a lower high and then created a lower low again. But then when it created a new lower high, it actually ended up breaking structure. Okay, ended up breaking structure, and then this move now failed to create a new lower low. All right, that's to tell you that price flipped a little bit bullish. But this is the thing with multi-time frame analysis. The higher the time frame, the more powerful it is, the more it has room to actually let me say fulfill what it has to fulfill. Okay, so that's to tell you that the daily time frame is not more powerful than the weekly time frame. So what is on the weekly time frame is going to be the bigger picture, or the bigger picture on our minds. All right, now that liquidity point that you saw on the weekly time frame coming down to the daily time frame, now you're going to notice that that liquidity point is actually left us another block. All right, so look at this, it actually left us another block in which price is almost invalidating. Okay, now the break of structure on the daily time frame that I will show you is this. Now this point here, you see there is a break of structure there, which made us actually do what? Flip bullish. All right, but price left a supply zone at that point, which price is now actually taking out. So the new structure you're going to actually see is this. Let me show you the new structure you're going to see. You see, this is this, this is this, and then the next thing you're seeing is this, and this, and then this, right? So lower, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then what are we expecting? A new higher high, which on the weekly time frame is actually what? A lower high. Okay, so that's why it's important to actually do multi-time frame analysis. If I started from the daily time frame now, I would have said, oh, the price is what? Bullish. Meanwhile, price is not actually bullish. Okay, let's continue. So having that at the back of our minds, now seeing that this is actually like a bullish move, you want to position for the bullish move, because it's not going to go up like totally, like it's just going to continue pumping and pumping. It's going to retrace. Now this particular point is interesting to me because this looks like a double bottom. Okay, when you talk of the very minute way of analysis, basic, okay, you're talking of double bottom. Something, let me draw it out for you to see. You're having this, okay, so this is what this is the move, okay, and then this is the shoulder, or the place that price is actually supposed to be testing to. Now the reason why this zone is going to be more interesting to you is let me show you why it's going to be more interesting to you, why it has to be more interesting to you. Now on this same daily time frame, if you look at your left hand side, you're going to see this. All right, that's a demand zone, which price actually perfectly mitigated. Okay, now if you look at the left hand side of that supply, of that demand zone, this part of it, you also see something here, a very good structure. This was a retest of this one, and this too is a retest of this one. although price still came down into it again. Okay, so this makes this particular zone very valid in case you want to take like a long position for the move that is happening. So this whole zone now to me is actually very, very okay to take like a long from. All right, however, don't forget that there is liquidity resting below. Okay, and then if you look up, you're going to see a lot of imbalance or a lot of void gap that price has to fill. Okay, so this might just serve as inducement for price to come into the zone. And if you look at this breaker block that I spoke about on the weekly time frame, you now see that on the daily time frame it constitutes like a perfect order block. But I'm not going to consider this as an order block. Why? Because every order block must break structure. This particular one did not really break structure. Yeah, if you look at it, you will say, oh, that it broke structure. However, this is what I'm seeing. If it broke structure, I would have expected it to, come below this particular point, but it did not, right? So I'm not really going to consider that place as another block. Although it fulfilled the first criteria of another block, which means it had momentum. There are two criteria. It has to be momentous. It has to have power. It has to move fast, or very fast. But then the second one is more important to me, which is it has to break structure. There are more advanced things I'm seeing on the chart, but I don't actually want to talk about that, so you don't, maybe for beginners or newbies watching this video, they don't get confused. Now let's switch to the 4-hour time frame. Good. Now on the 4-hour time frame, I think everything becomes clearer and clearer. Now on the very first look on my 4-hour time frame, I'm going to show you something. If you know what is called cup and handle, cup and handle pattern. Okay, see this, and then see this, and then see this. So you see a cup, and then you see the handle, and then what do we see? A breakout. So at that breakout point now is what we are having, that our zone that I said is valid for you to take a long from. Now remember, I'm doing a multi-time frame analysis, and I'm doing a swing analysis, which means it's not something that is going to happen in the next 15 minutes or something that is going to happen in the next 1 hour or in the next 1 day. Okay, it can happen in the next 1 day though, depending on how much liquidity is induced into the market and all of that. All right, so that's that. We know that BTC on the higher time frame is very, very bearish, but on the lower time frame we've actually like flipped bullish. Okay, on the lower time frames we flipped bullish, so you can position for the bullish move. This particular order block here, you might say, why are you not considering this? I'm not considering this because it's not, I didn't see it on the higher time frame. And remember, I'm looking at the bullish, I'm looking at what is it called, I'm looking at a swing analysis, swing bias. Okay, you can actually consider this for the short term because price might react to it and then go up a little bit, because this actually took out this supply zone here. There is a supply zone at this other side, right? And then this other block or whatever you want to call it took it out, took this one out soon, and all the stuff. So you might actually want to consider it, but for me, I'll not put that into consideration. Okay, now for those of us who trade support and resistance, okay, you see that there was resistance at this point. These are our point here, and then price did what? We tested it, retraced. After it retraced, what did it do? It broke out. Okay, it broke out, leaving us this other block. Even below here, so if you combine this one and this one, this one is another block. But then there was no big break of structure because after this liquidity was swept, what did price do? Left us another liquidity. Okay, which was now this particular zone that now took it out and all of that. So you want to look at all those things when you are doing your analysis to be sure that you are getting it right and you're not doing the wrong thing. So let's check the 1 hour finally. All right, so this is the 1 hour time frame, and there is basically no big change. Okay, it's just the same thing, just that this one has more candlesticks. Still the same thing. Okay, now if you check, let me show you something. Let's go to the monthly time frame. I'm not supposed to do this because I know I should have started from the monthly if I wanted to actually ever touch the monthly time frame, but I want to show you something on the monthly time frame. Now this is how the monthly time frame looks like. Okay, now if you go to the left hand side, I'm just showing you a little bias here. Now we have this 10k here, this 10k movement in which price came back into, and then we have this 12k movement in which we've never seen price come back into it. So what makes you feel that we are going to the moon from here when there are still incomplete structures on the left hand side? all right, incomplete price actions. Now if you want to even consider this zone, which is like towards the 14k, which price broke out from this particular move here, you're going to still see that we still have a downward move to make. So while we are enjoying the short-term bullish movement, look at the chart. Don't forget that after a lower low, there is always a lower high to be created, and after the lower high is created, we go back to create more lower lows. So no matter what you do, don't get stuck up in the euphoria. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. Please don't forget to retweet it, don't forget to tag your friends to watch it, and don't forget to give me a follow, Investor NK. And if you want to watch more video, go to YouTube, search for Live and Learn with NK, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be making more videos and I'll be uploading them there. And also don't forget to follow the Palm_Academy. Thank you very much and see you some other time.